afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the finale of our George Russell career mode. I hope we're all doing very well. Smurf immediately coming in, 32 months sub. Thank you, buddy. Hello and welcome back to another episode of 212's Decline into Insanity. After a tough couple of streams, how will Matt manage to wreck his race today? Will it be a spin, a crash, or will we have a classic ICE failure? Come join the madness and find out here on Matt212's George Russell career mode. Beautiful. Beautiful. I hope we're all doing very well. We're having a wonderful Friday afternoon. I'm looking forward to this. I'm a little bit nervous, but I am excited because we have got a four-way championship decider this afternoon. Welcome in, Matt. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Sosa, Cam, Dart, Abadron. Welcome, buddy. Danny Rocks as well. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I better just double check everything is working as it should be. Thank you as well. We literally just about 20 minutes before I started streaming, we hit 16k on Matt212 gameplay. So we're seeing some really good growth over there towards the end of the year. So I cannot thank you guys enough. Yeah, we got a four-way championship decider this afternoon. So on TikTok, the points are there. So Charles got a 4-point lead. I've pinned it on YouTube, and hopefully one of the mods will pin it on Twitch. The current points permutations. Charles Leclerc versus myself is basically must win. Whoever obviously wins out will most likely come out on top, unless we both have a stinker, in which case Norris is 15 points back, and Verstappen is 18 points back off of the championship lead. So it is still wide open towards the end of the campaign, and anything can and probably will happen in this finale. Constructors-wise, McLaren have pretty much guaranteed it. We're going to need a bit of a miracle to jump Ferrari, in the same way Red Bull would need a bit of a miracle to jump us. In fact, really, Alpine could maybe get kick Sauber, but the in-game championship is looking pretty locked up. So, am I really quiet on stream? Hopefully not. I mean, I can try and turn myself up if I need to, but hopefully the audio's all right. Maybe it's just on your end, the hangman. Are we loud enough, chat? Can you hear me all right? I haven't messed something up. I haven't broken anything. Don't believe I've broken anything. Hopefully I haven't. This is just when nobody helps me out. Everybody just goes silent. Oh, there we go. Apparently it's TikTok is okay. That's good. Hey, welcome in GMG. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Fine for me. Okay. Is PC audio playing up, is it? Yeah, they can do that from time to time. I had to swap out the power supply of my PC yesterday, and it didn't even fix the issue I was hoping it would. So I think it might be an issue with my plug socket, but I honestly don't know. I'm gonna have to keep trying to test stuff out. We'll wait and see. But that's an issue for me to deal with over the weekend. I am genuinely quite nervous heading into this. Because I really do want to win this championship. But it is going to be interesting. I mean, it's the first time ever that 4 drivers from 4 different teams are battling for a world championship. Obviously, in 2010, it was 4 drivers from 3 teams. So I guess we've kind of got that little bit as well. If it is Red Bull versus McLaren versus Mercedes versus Ferrari. So, yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, I'm a little bit gutted that Oscar Piastri got knocked out of it last weekend, I believe. Where did he come in? Yeah, he came 5th in Qatar. Had he won, he would have kept himself in contention, I believe. I know he wouldn't have if Charles finished 7th. So I think Oscar was always doomed to fail when all is said and done. He's been nerfed horrendously inside this game recently. But to be fair, in Qatar, Antonelli got his best result of the year with a 3rd place finish. Charles has finished every race. I've finished every race. So was Max, Lando, and Oscar. So your top 5 have all had perfect reliability heading into the season finale. So it's, I'm really hoping that reliability doesn't really dog us in this final race. Hey, welcome in, Jed. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Actually at home for another stream. That's what I like to see. Can we take any components? I don't really want grid pens, do I? Do I risk it? Oh, we could try and go like that, can we? I guess I kind of got to play the game with a couple of components. Although a lot of them are worn. Considering this is only a 10-race season, a lot of components are rather worn. So I've been trying to spread out the kind of management and stuff, and it hasn't really worked for us. No penalty for that as well. So we've got a little bit of engine wear coming into the weekend, but it shouldn't be too much of a cause of concern. Mercedes on paper as well have the fastest car currently, just ahead of McLaren. Red Bull are not too far behind, and I mean Charles Leclerc. When Charles Leclerc has been good this year, he has been damn good. So, yeah, he's got a good chance. He's got a good chance. Oh, welcome in, Kez. I hope you're doing well, buddy. This is the championship I care about. It's hopefully going to be even more chaotic than this weekend. We have managed to one-up F1. So, apparently you had an engine fault. I don't remember that last week. But we've been given 500 R&D for that. So, although we won't do a Season 2, at the end of the stream, we will just take a look as to kind of what happens. You know, just because it's always quite interesting to see inside the game. But we'll try and set Mercedes up as best as I can. So, I don't think we need to... We've got most of the chassis done. We've got basically everything else, haven't we? So, car looks good. Mercedes should have a competitive car ready for next season. This is Season 1. This is only a one-season career mode. Welcome in, Charles Leclerc. Haven't you got free practice to deal with? Yeah, this is only a one-season series. We're literally just doing the last 10 races of 2025. Are you sure, like, on Twitch it isn't broken? It's dry. I was scared we were going to get a wet Abu Dhabi Grand Prix to finish us off, but luckily we're all right. I mean, if we're in the desert, it should be dry. But I have had a couple of wet Abu Dhabi Grand Prix before, so I'm happy that's the case. I got a break to deal with my depression. I do definitely need to get some good practice.
Welcome to the fourth race in the Middle East and the final one of the season.
Today.
It's Abu Dhabi, and it's time for the final practice
very
session.
Well, thanks, Tessa. Hope you are as well. Yeah, once we get to the end of today's race, we'll have a look at the driver moves for Season 2. And then I'll probably delete the save right now. Because I want to work on another driver career mode series.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
The fun never
Radio
stops, chat. Commentary in-game was a bit loud. Interesting. So,
we're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
But you need to have enough straight line speed as well, because otherwise the AI are nuts. Why are some people having issues with the audio? Can't hear me because of the game. Have I accidentally turned something? If I go like that, is that better? If we head out onto the track, I'll see if that's any better. I haven't done that. No, that's okay. I'm still quite quiet. Let's have a look. I don't think I tweaked anything. If I go like that, maybe my PC is too loud? Very weird. Very weird. Occasionally you just get these weird little tech gremlins. Where's it gone? There's me mouse. What am I on? I'm at 100? I normally run 100 though. We should be alright. Right, let's try that then. We'll get out there. We'll see how it works. Do I seem quiet, do I? Let's head out onto the track. See if it's any better. Is the game still really loud? Game commentary way louder than you. What? I don't get. What? Sometimes stuff just breaks randomly. I haven't changed anything from yesterday. Right. What am I looking at? Oh, here we go. So if I turn that down to like there, right? Let's see if this is any better then, chat. That seems a lot quieter on my end. I think it was TikTok that broke the audio everywhere. Is that better? Yeah, I think it was TikTok that broke it. I think TikTok had basically maxed out the audio.
Box in the next 2 laps, please.
Right, I might just turn my PC audio back up then quickly. TikTok Studio is so weird because like it's fine most of the time and then just occasionally will break everything. Shouldn't make much difference. There we go. Hopefully that's more manageable for you guys. Oh, I'm not running the practice program. Can you ask Chappers to unban me from his live? I would assume Chappers did it with good reason. Still quieter than yesterday. Have I accidentally... Let me... Oh! That's weird. If I go like... That? Is that any better? Yeah, this is a proper streamer. Is this better? Does this sound normal or is this too loud now? Is this okay? Much better. My eardrums. You're so... Am I too loud now? That was my mic, yeah. Oh, am I too loud? If I go like that... Are we... I can't remember exactly what it's normally on. Is that better? Are we good? I hope last 2 and 2 didn't accidentally touch my microphone again. Yeah, we're on 2. Oh, sorry, I'm probably deafening you now with that, aren't I? Let me do this. Right, hopefully we're good now. Are we good? Let's get back out. Let's try again. Hey, welcome in, Matt. Hope you're doing well, buddy. We're back on Matt212 tech support today, it would appear. So apparently, yeah, my mic had just like turned itself way down. I think it's fixed now. Wonderful. Yeah, I must have accidentally like nudged it or something. Oh, I'm happy to hear it, Matt, buddy. A science career mode is a good one. Try and get Williams to the front. Are we all good now, chat? I would rather deal with those tech issues very early on rather than later on in the stream. Apologies as well, lag man, for making you think it was your end. There we go. I think we're good. If you see this, wink. Wonderful. Hajar all doing. I mean, one of them got sacked this year, one of them got a seat at the top team. I think Hajar has positively surprised everybody this year, hasn't he? He's done a really, really good job of kind of... Because he was a bit of like a shoo-in from... He'd just done well in F2 and Red Bull really had nobody else to lob in there. But the fact that he's got improved himself and will probably now get the call up to Red Bull, if ever there was an ideal time to go up against Max Verstappen, surely next year is going to be that year with a huge reg change. Especially if Red Bull aren't that strong and Max becomes quite demotivated. Agile's got a real opportunity. But I do also feel bad for Yuki. On the one hand, you're kind of there going, Yuki is absolutely good enough that he deserves to stay on the grid. On the other hand, you're kind of like, he shouldn't really be in a junior team with this much experience. So it's kind of swings and roundabouts, isn't it? I do feel for him, though. He should have been able to try and get the second Alpine seat, or something like that. Yeah, Lawson's done alright this year. Lawson will be a good benchmark for Lindblad. I think if Lindblad gets the better of him next year, Lawson will probably then go. Otherwise, he might be kept on for another year, or should probably be looking to try and move elsewhere. I mean, the thing is with Lawson is he wins in everything he's ever been in. But he just doesn't win that often. So he's kind of got to try and find himself somewhere else. And kind of see what he can do. Imagine Gasly and Yuki back together at Alpine. It wouldn't have been a great team for them to be reunited at, but could have been alright. Yeah, this is the thing if you're in VCARB at the moment. You want to be trying to look elsewhere as best as you can. You want to be trying to find an opportunity to move out of the Red Bull family. Unless you honestly think you can go up against Max. Which I understand that all of them probably do, because you don't get a Formula 1 without that mentality. But clearly, doesn't really work out that well. I tell you what though, car feels pretty good immediately out the box. I'm happy with the setup on it. Much, much better than the Sauber we ran earlier on in the week. Just try and make sure that we get some purple scores. But I feel a lot more confident in the car. Sorry, I was getting a text about I'm meant to be playing football after this stream. So we'll have to hurry it up, chat. It's so weird seeing the AI underneath you on the track. Like Sonoda coming out the pit lane then. You're like, why is there a name in the floor? I think, again, the big question at the moment, of course, is how do Audi and Cadillac get on? Does that open up 2 seats that drivers potentially want to get? Or is it kind of going to be like no one sensibly at the moment wants to sign up and race for Sauber? Apart from obviously being part of the Audi program in the future. Like, the reason Holt went there was it was a German team. And it's probably his best opportunity he's ever going to get to try and win a race. For Bortoletto, it was just a team willing to sign him. I imagine you play football a lot like Mark from Peep Show. Not much better. I would definitely say I'm slightly better than Mark on Peep Show, but not much better. Switch it! Switch it! What does that mean? What does it mean? Right, can I... Oh, I'm just stuck in the green, aren't I? I just cannot get a purple score out of this car. And then if I coast off too much, I'm just going to lose the delta anyway. Right, what I want to do then, I want to turn up the game audio again slightly, I think. It's a bit too quiet in my ear. So if I go like... About there? Because I think it was just my mic that played up. I blamed TikTok, but I don't think it was TikTok. Do a Hajar career. The problem is I've already raced as Hajar in my team, and then I've done both I'm doing a VCARB career mode and I've done a Red Bull career mode. So I've kind of done everything sensibly that I probably can with Isaac Hajar. My Twitch is Matt212. It should be a link in the description, Juster. Who do I think is going to win the championship? Probably Lando. He's still got the point swing in his favour, but we could see some crazy stuff. Alpine is one I'm considering doing at some point. I've got a bit of an idea for an Alpine career mode. We shall wait and see. I might do an Alpine-style career mode in the new year. That's the plan. But I've got a bit of a bigger idea for that. Nikkei and SPQR, thank you for the follows, I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Yeah, the thing is, if they all three of them get through the race fairly cleanly, Lando should win. It's not guaranteed, but should. As soon as the F1 26 DLC comes out, will you do a Cadillac Road to Glory? Honestly, not 100% decided yet, because I think that's going to be the one that everybody wants to do. But we'll wait and see. I will definitely do, like, some F1 26 career modes. But it's that horrible thing, of course, of you want to kind of see what others do as well. Oh, damn it. Yeah, track limits. That's going to be the big concern here. I mean, there's not too many corners where it's that bad. There's just a few where you run slightly wide. Or can run slightly wide. That's what you've got to be really, really careful of. Have I got this set up as full qualifying? I can't remember. I think so. Or did we do short qualifying in Qatar? It's quite a long stream. I think we did full qualifying? Have I ever played Gran Turismo? I have played Gran Turismo quite a bit. I'm really debating getting back into Gran Turismo. Now the Spectria DLC's been released. But I just haven't played it in so long. Yeah, I think pretty soon we're on full quality. The other thing that now really I kind of forget with Abu Dhabi is because the track's so much faster than it used to be, races here aren't that long anymore. Like, a 58 lap race around here is probably only about just over an hour and 20 minutes, if I had to guess. It's going to be so weird next year, once we have the... Obviously, the cars are going to be... should be much slower. Kind of adapting to that again. Next NASCAR video, hopefully tomorrow. If not, it'll be Sunday. I was going to record it this morning, but unfortunately Matt212 wasn't feeling very well, so I had to go pick her up. Otherwise, that was my morning plan. Norris or Verstappen? I think Norris will win the championship, but I think Verstappen's a better driver. Hey, welcome in Toast. Hope you're doing well, buddy. What's my opinion on Zandvoort being gone after 2026? Can't really say I'm surprised. It's not really a great Formula 1 track, is it? For modern Formula 1. It was only added back because obviously Max was on the grid. Max probably isn't going to be here forever. And there's plenty of other races that are willing to pay a lot more. And, let's be fair, can probably put on a better show. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah, I mean, the big thing here is the consistency. It is a good track for the AI, so we've got to try and keep it consistent. Yeah, Zandvoort is... It feels like we see far too many tracks are like Monaco nowadays. Qatar was like high-speed Monaco. Hungary was like Monaco without the barriers. Zandvoort is kind of all three, really. It's fairly high-speed, and it kind of doesn't really have too many barriers, but does still feel quite narrow like Monaco. There's not much room for error. Somehow, yeah, the Zandvoort is just Qatar, Hungary, and Monaco combined, which is quite impressive. 3 equally mediocre tracks. It is also the cars. The cars are the bigger problem. How much for them shoes? Would love them for Christmas. I said a couple of weeks ago, I think on stream, that I would sell these shoes that I've worn for years to sim race. I think I said £500 I would sell them for, if someone wants a rare Matt212 collectible. Yeah, the fact that banking has never properly been modelled on the F1 games as well is frustrating. The fact that the high line doesn't work is always annoying. Welcome in, Barry. I hope you're doing well. Are they smelly? Oh, they're the smelliest shoes. They're so smelly. I'll tell you what, chat, if you sniff these shoes, your nostril hairs would burn straight off. Like, straight up and in. Huh. I can offer 100 plus shipping fees. Forgot to open the Mighty Dart advent calendar. Sorry? He didn't mean to mention you. Yeah, apparently you've got an advent calendar, Dart. I think we're ready for qualifying though, chat. Pace feels good. 4/10 over Sonoda. Leclerc there or thereabouts. Max is 10th, Lando 11th. So, I mean, we could see a tie between Max and Lando by the end of this. But I think we've got to jump into qualifying. Let's see how we get on.
And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
9/10 away from Shah. That's not too bad on mediums earlier on in the session. I don't tend to watch much football. I don't keep up with, like, the Premier League and stuff. I'll watch, like, bits and pieces when the World Cup's on. But I don't watch that much football, generally. I'll give you $5 American dollars. I shall give $5 USA for shoes on your feet.
It's the fastest day of the week. Qualifying Saturday, and we're here in Abu Dhabi.
Right, come on then, people. Get your predictions in. If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins right now. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick, come over to Twitch, Matt212, bet some noggins. You might win some noggins. Also, we're trying to hit 10k followers by the end of the year. So, please drop me a follow. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Radio check.
As
Radio
Fen
check.
Omen has just done. Thank you. Up the Twitch massive. Twitch is where I do all of my live streaming, so it's the best place to be. Greagles, Skozak, thank you both for the follows. You also, if you follow me on Twitch, get to listen to me butcher your name, usually, when you drop a follow. So, all good stuff. Right, Q1 then. Goal, make Q2. Try and do it on a set of mediums if we can. What's Leclerc done? Noutcart, thank you for the follow, buddy. Leclerc's a second slower than Gasly. Okay. Well, if Leclerc keeps that pace up this weekend, he's going to be terrible. Davla, thank you for the follow as well. I don't know. Next week's stream schedule is going to be all over the show. So, Matt212 and I are out on Monday. And I don't know what time we'll be home. So I've already said to Gary we won't do NASCAR, just in case I'm not available. Tuesday we should do the Hulk career mode. Thursday will be iRacing CS. Friday I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We might do a chill stream in the evening. Because again, Matt212 is meant to be out. Maybe I'll do like some Gran Turismo, maybe I'll do some iRacing. Haven't quite decided yet. Maybe we'll do some casual F1. And then next weekend, I don't know. I've got a couple of bits and pieces to do on Saturday. But I don't know. As always, I'll drop it in the Discord. Oh, Delta, yes. Sorry. There we go. Verstappen to the top of the board. Bradium, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. So first lap then, we're going to just run on the medium. Just obviously, if we make Q2, great. If we don't, not the end of the world. You are very soft tire limited around this track. The soft is definitely the one you want to have. Yeah, I need to fix the transition. What I need is one of, like, my face. I can watch Thursday and maybe Friday. Ah, see, Toast is a busy man now. He's a man in demand. We never get to see him anymore. Oh, we got away with track limits there. It's because I wasn't full throttle. Right, but this first lap has not been one to write home about. But it is going to be a 23. It's alright, P5. Should be a safely through, quicker than Albon and Piastri. So I guess that's good going. I have a weapon, it's called Spinala. Do you play other racing sims? Yes. iRacing, quite a bit. I want to get into LMU. I want to get back into Gran Turismo 7. I might do some AC Evo, because apparently that's now got online lobbies as well. So that could be quite fun. But it's just about finding the time. That's the problem. Watch your YouTube vids a bunch. First time catching a stream. Hey, welcome. It's most streams I feel like we get someone coming in saying, well, like, I didn't know you streamed and things like that. So I do appreciate it. Trying to get the word out more. I mean, Gasly's just done a very good lap time, hasn't he? He's less than a tenth and a half away from Verstappen. He's basically losing fractions of a second everywhere. So that's genuinely quite impressive from Alpine. Max through, though. We are through. Lando is through. Charles is through. But down in P10. Has there been any major surprises? Lawson out. Doohan out. Ocon, Hajar, and Hulk. Not really. Bit disappointing for both V-Carbs, I guess. Both V-Carbs Alpine have Doohan, no real surprise. Ocon, yeah, and Hulkenberg. No, not really any major shockers there. Sometimes we get like an Antonelli out in Q1 or a Piastri or something like that. I burnt my toast. Predictions for Sunday. I think I've said Oscar,
Right,
Max,
got a little bit of an
Lando.
electrical problem at the
I
moment.
think,
We're working
but I
on
can't
it, so
remember.
Don't worry, we're going to get you out there as soon as possible.
Knowing Wheel will go live at about 4 PM, so all my predictions are in that. Right, so again, I want to ideally try and make it through on one run if we can, just to save ourselves some tyres for the race. But, again, you never really know. 23-1 from Antonelli, okay. My gloves were from IMB Racewear, but sadly they don't sell them anymore. I need to actually get onto them about that. P1 Piastri. I would like to see Oscar win the last race of the year, even if it then doesn't account for anything. It would just be nice to see him get back on the top step. Because he did deserve it in Qatar, just McLaren fumbled. Right, so this time around then I want to be down in the 22s ideally. Antonelli's done a 23-1. So we need to find about 7/10 over what we did in Q1. Roll on that loud pedal. And the other thing as well around here is just like battery management. How much can you use? Those curves through this chicane are so lethal. Luckily the Mercedes has got pretty good rear end grip. We need a 2-1-2 merge. It's always the thing with merge, is I'm there going like, would that many people actually be interested? I don't know. If I know we've spoken about it before, but if I was ever going to do merch, I would keep it very low-key. Like, it wouldn't have loads of logos slapped on it or a picture of my face or anything like that. It would be quite low-key. Oh, that was close to track limits. Purple Sector 2, though, so we seem to have very good straight-line speed, actually. Whoa, don't cut. Come on. 23-2. Oh, okay. So, Antonelli's quicker than us for now, then. Again, should be through with that lap, but I'm not entirely confident. And we have got a spare set of softs. I want a 2-1-2 snapback.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Matt does not use any assists. 110 AI, no assists, 100% races. So, teams still reckon there's half a second in the car. Norris is under pressure, though. I mean, we're a second away from Albon in the drop zone. I think we're good. I'm actually on... I'm going to do one more run, simply to try and get my eye in more ready for Q3. I think that's the goal here. Like, we're safely through anyway, I'm pretty certain. But if we can just make sure that I'm confident in the car. Yeah, we gotta get a real lap in. Less than a minute on the clock, though. Antonelli, Leclerc, and I believe Piastri are all comfortable. Tsunoda's happy that he's through as well. So could Tsunoda out-qualify Verstappen? He did it in the sprint in Qatar, let's not forget. IRL, so could happen. Little splash of battery then up to the line. It's all about maximising the width through one, isn't it? Get up on that outside curb. Carry the speed nice and tidy through the exit. Don't use too much curb through two. Take as much curb as you can through three. And the bollard with you as well. Oh, I can't. Didn't quite meet the apex there. Got a nice drive off the exit though. I'm going to try... I can't remember how much battery I used last lap, but I'm going to try and save a bit more. To use right at the end of the lap. Well, you really get up on two wheels there, don't you? Right, well, we are safely through then, by the looks of it. So we'll be interested to see if Norris is through. Oh, I keep turning in too early there. The Merc's got too much front end. Oh, again, very close to track limits. Right, well, hopefully this is going to put us at least right towards the front. Not with lines like that, it won't. Don't do track limits. Oh! I think that's P1 by the end of Q2. Yeah, the shoes do give me the speed boost I need. You have to hit that bollard. It is critical. Oh, Lando did make it through. No, but I suppose actually there was quite a big gap between Sainz and Gasly in the end. So Gasly went 7/10 slower than he did in Q1. Albon out, Behrman, Stroll, Bortoletto. No real shockers there. I think it's the same top 10 as last week. Basically, the big four teams and the Spaniards are all safely through. So I guess that's all right. Great stream. I recommend you should turn up your mic because I can't hear you very well. Is my mic not already quite high now? It's almost maxing it out. I can't turn it up much. And then it would just sound deafening. I mean, Merc looked good though, Antonelli. Hopefully you can deliver in Q3. Oh no. Dart, don't do it to me. Please.
Okay, radio check.
Yeah,
radio
mic
check.
is fine. I think mic is fine. Right, we've got 2 opportunities then, chat, to try and put this thing on pole. Weirdly, I actually need to attack more. Ugh. Come on. Yeah, I am wearing a McLaren jersey today. Although I am wearing Lando Norris merch, so maybe... Normally if I wear someone's merch, it's a bad weekend for them. So maybe Lando will have an absolute stinker. Who knows? Right, come on then. First run coming up. Let's see what we can do. We can afford to take a little bit of risk. We know this Mercedes has got good pace in it. I don't really want fifth gear through one though. Maybe I just try and make sure that I've got the time on the board. Outside curve is lethal. We still found the apex though. Happy with that. I only managed to gain like 98,000 noggins this year. Maybe I need to set the noggin targets higher. Oh yeah, we avoided the inside curve that time. That works well. Nice and planted on the exit still. Again, this Mercedes has had fantastic traction like most of the year. Oh, I really tried to tip it in later. There's no apex through there though. Understeer City. Carry the speed. Carry the speed. This final sector is so satisfying when you get a good flow. It's just so difficult to find. Probably the best I've taken that final corner all weekend so far. 22-7? Have we had a 3-way tie? According to that, Piastri's done a 22-702 as well. Surely not. That can't be the second time I've done that on this game. Is that seriously 1997 all over again? Four cars covered by 14 thousandths of a second. What is that? At least, because last time this happened, it was Qatar, wasn't it? And it actually said that we were 1/1000th of a second slower. This time around, it's a full 3-way tie. In fact, it even reckons Max's fastest. Let's just count up the split times. So Verstappen 4.4 plus 3 is 1. We did 6.51. But yeah, Piastri did 7 plus 3. So Piastri and Verstappen have both actually gone less than 1,000th of a second quicker than me. But it's given us all the same time. That is ridiculous. That is literally 1997 on repeat. Let's go try and take pole. I cannot believe that. The fact that it's happened twice on this game as well makes it even more mental. Imagine if none of us improve now and we end up on the second row of the grid. 0.0 away from pole. Right, come on, we need to find our Zen. This is where World Championships can be won. Come on, little George. Oh, there you go. Piastri immediately has lowered the benchmark. Maybe, yeah, being first out might actually have been advantageous. Oh, that was good. That was good. Oh, Hamilton. Okay. Hamilton out of nowhere up to pole in his Ferrari. That's the wrong Ferrari on pole, but I guess he won't complain. Shortest run, shortest run. We're not finding much time, but I know it was Sector 3 where we left a bit on the table. Mainly through here. Oh, come on. A little bit of understeer on the exit, but again, we found 2 tenths. That's the first time all weekend I feel like I've done that okay. Every other time has either been too slow or too fast. Come on, come on. One more corner. Don't run wide, don't run wide, don't run wide. Come on, come on, come on!
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Woo! We'll take it, chat. We'll take it.
Goodbye
Clutch.
for now then, but really,
Right at
we're
the
just
end.
getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Well, there we are then. We are on pole position for the season finale, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Hamilton, out of nowhere, joins us on the front row, just ahead of Oscar Piastri. Verstappen in 4th, just ahead of Norris. And Charles Leclerc, let's not forget, championship leader heading into this weekend. He will only line up down in 8th place there, ahead of Sainz and Fernando Alonso. So, yeah, Leclerc really in the doldrums. Let's not forget, Ferrari have never won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So Leclerc needs a bit of a miracle today if he wants to do it. Of course, if Hamilton can beat me, Leclerc then only has to finish directly behind me, and he would still be world champion. Verstappen needs to win. Norris, I believe, basically needs to win. But for Leclerc and I, there are a lot of permutations. Oh, that felt good. That was a good lap. How can I watch this sideways? If you click on the little Matt212 logo, there's a normal horizontal stream as well. We've got short form, we've got vertical and horizontal on YouTube. So you can watch it either way around. I guess we can save a couple more Mercedes parts. How much is that? I'm 1 R&D short. Ah! I guess I'll fix them with that then. There you go, 0% chance of failure. So at least they'll know they got another upgrade coming in. Are we ready, chat? I think we're ready. I'm not going to get George to 99 rated. Once again then, one final time in the George Russell career mode. If you're on Twitch, bet your noggins. Where do you think we're going to finish this Grand Prix? If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Kick, come over to Twitch, at Matt212. Bet some noggins, win some noggins if you get it right. And help us try and get 10k followers by the end of the year. Come on, let's do this. Oh, pardon me. What would you recommend for the first player career mode in 25? 10, 60, 24 is during the year. I would go with 16. I would scrap Shanghai, Miami, 8 more. Hungary.
So here we are, ready to go racing for one
Kota,
final time this year.
Mexico,
victories, controversies, and rivalries lying
maybe
in our
Abu
wake.
Dhabi.
And just one challenge remains here in the United Arab Emirates on a circuit that made its spectacular debut.
Miami
back
awesome.
in 2009.
Said no one ever.
Welcome to the
Oh,
Abu Dhabi
die, you
Grand Prix.
monster. You
We have
absolute
16 corners
monster.
here at
Why
Yas
have I got
Marina
sunglasses?
Circuit,
Where
7 to
are
the
they?
right and
I don't even know
5
where
to
they
the
are.
left. It's a total lap
Give me a
distance of
minute.
3.28
I'm going to go find
miles.
me
2 long
sunglasses.
straights and overtaking
Hey,
opportunities
welcome.
throughout
Welcome
the lap.
in,
We
Tolinelli.
expect average speeds of around 123 miles per hour.
You absolute menace. I'll
It's
let you
time
run
to take
down
a look
the
at our starting grid for today's race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Verstappen, Lando Norris, and Antonelli, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Sainz, and Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Albon, Ollie Behrman, and Stroll, Bortoletto, Doohan, Esteban Ocon, and Isaac Hadjar. Lawson and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always
Hey, I
pleased
never
to see
said I was
join me in
definitely
the
going to put the
commentary
prices
box,
up. I
Anthony
just said I
Davis.
might put
When
the
you look at
prices
their
up.
season so far, especially against their teammates,
Tommy,
it's not gone well at all.
Tolinelli and Lepo, thank you all for the follows. I
Have
appreciate
a
it.
negative impact as well, and your mental well-being. You know, the drivers perform better like any athlete if you're in a
Is
happy
Anthony
place.
Davidson
and things
slagging
go
us
in
off,
your
chat?
way.
I didn't
So,
hear most of
you know,
that.
this can really do a lot of damage in terms of lap time and future results, and you have to dig yourself
I've got
out
sunglasses
of
on
that
because
kind of
someone on
mental
Twitch
impact
used
that
their
you're going through
noggins
right
to
now.
make me wear them. There's fun little things like that if you've got enough noggins on
Radio
Twitch.
check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, well, it all comes
Hey,
down
welcome
to
in,
this
Leffel.
then, doesn't it? You're still in with a shot at the Drivers' Championship, the biggest prize in this sport.
Oh, is
So
Max
get
playing
out there
mind
on
games
track
with Lando, is he
and come
already?
back with that trophy.
Right, well, Mark's made it clear to us, chat. We have got to make sure that we come home with a trophy today as well. Let's see what we can do then in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 58 laps ahead of us. Could see some safety cars. I feel like we haven't had many safety cars inside this series. So maybe today will be the day. Only time will tell. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Got to get ready. I definitely want a bit more fuel, actually. Abu Dhabi is normally a brutal track for fuel. I'm going to put 5 laps spare in just because I don't want to have to worry about it over the course of the race. Dart with 10 bits as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, buddy. If we get a mechanical failure today, I'm going to be so gutted. I don't even know what I do for the rest of the stream, depending on when we got one. Maybe cry. So we are the only championship driver in the top 4. This is basically the NASCAR playoffs. You win and you are in. And it's basically winner takes all between myself and Leclerc. I'm not so worried about Lando and Max. We just need to make sure that we finish. And if we get enough points, I mean, I think we need to finish 3rd if Lando wins. And then I think we can finish 4th if Max wins. So it's actually even then still quite high stakes.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Oh, I need to get some temp in the tyres, don't I? So Norris is trying to go long in the first stint as well, but he might be 2-stopping then. No idea what Leclerc's doing further back, but I think Max is probably going for the 1-stop with me. 2-stop, though, isn't bad in a 100% race. It can work quite nicely. It's very sunny in my room. Too sunny, almost. The light is blinding. Hey, we got our first kickbot of the day. I can win $1,000 just from streaming. Wonderful. Is it raining in your room? That's not ideal. You might want to get your ceiling looked at if it's raining in your room. Ugh. God, it's bumpy down there on the inside. Who knew that? I'm genuinely nervous, chat. Because the thing is, normally, like, when you've got a season finale, what happens, happens. But I really want to win this one. It's been such an interesting season. Especially since we've basically been on a recovery drive since Baku. After I scored no points. Oh, Hamilton trying to jump me. Right, come on then. Let's make sure we line it up nicely. I'm going to try and cover Hamilton off into T1. There you go, that's all right.
Okay, good parking there, mate. Now we need to make sure we get a great launch as the race starts.
Right, I'm going to try and cover Hamilton off then into
The start
T1.
sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Right, come on then, let's do this thing. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, 5 red lights. Oh, no hold at all. But I think we've done a better start than Lewis. No, we haven't. Oscar's going to try and attack me as well. In towards turn 1. Make sure we keep it clean and tidy, and somehow down the middle we will hang on to the lead for now then. But there you go. Both of, well, 2 of my championship rivals' teammates there trying to give me...
Okay, we're monitoring
Really?
some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Really? I'm 2 corners in, Mark, and you've already warning me about the engine. This does not bode well, does it? Alright, see if we can try and break the toe on that one. Don't know if Oscar... Yeah, Oscar's going to try and follow me, isn't he? Oscar's got a huge run. Again, I'm not worried about him, though. In fact, if anything, we can let Oscar through and not worry about him all day, because he is not a championship threat. Oh, why wasn't I on the battery? I thought I clicked the battery then. God, I don't want to lose another spot. I've got to remember... Oh, no. Hello. I've been out... Hamilton's just mugged me off. He just completely outbroke me there. Of course, I've got to make sure as well, though, if we lose too many positions, then I've got to try and beat Leclerc by 2 spots. So I don't really want to lose sight of these guys if I don't have to. I mean, ideally, if we can win this race, we try and win this race. You always want to try and finish the season with a victory. But track limits as well is going to be critical early on, especially now I'm in the sunglasses.
DRS now enabled.
Yeah, where has this Hamilton and Oscar Piastri been all year? To be fair, obviously I know kind of the in-game championship has really taken over the point of this series. But Oscar Piastri, he needs to basically win this race and hope Lando doesn't score, and then he could still beat him in like our IRL predictions table. So there is that as well.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
Hey, welcome in, John. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, the shoes are quite old, but I literally only ever wear them to sim race. They literally never leave my rig. Why is my overtake button not working occasionally? Oh, here we go. Hamilton to the lead. Thank you for the follow as well, Jarvis. I appreciate it. I'm happy to let these two kind of swabble if we can. I mean, Lando's done well there to gain a spot despite being on the harder tyre. We have still got to think about his strategy a bit later on. Oh, hello? Oscar? Where has this Oscar Piastri been all year? Can I follow Lewis by? Oh, that was risky. To try that on lap 3 was risky. But we'll make it work. Alright, there we go.
Hamilton has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy. It's a long old race. We've got to make sure we're there at the end. Who is everybody's favourite rookie? I really like Hadjar this year. Antonelli is still my guy, though. Or Ollie Behrman, I suppose. Yeah, the glasses are so I feel cool.
Keep on it.
That
You might make a
McLaren is a
mistake.
missile. And apparently easy to lock up. I hear contact behind, I think. Not too sure who that was. There you go, back around the outside of Oscar. I mean, what does Hamilton do here? Does he try and make sure that Leclerc wins it? Does he try and, you know, make sure that Mercedes get a title that he feels they're owed? Well, I guess Hamilton, if he's in this scenario this weekend, he just wants to go out and win, doesn't he? Like, sensibly, Hamilton just wants to see if he can win a race for Ferrari. Are you a Mercedes fan, perchance? I quite like Merc. They're still a team I root for, and I want to see do well in the sport. I chose Ferrari pre-season and stuck with them. Yeah, I'm sorry. As someone that's been a lifelong Lewis Hamilton fan, I've had to support Ferrari this year, and it has been terrible Yeah, I'm also a huge Alpine fan. Alpine and Esteban Ocon, they're my guys. I mean, we might be able to get Lando out of the range. But I don't want to push too hard too early either. Because the one stop here is definitely doable, but the tyre wear is not that nice. If Ferrari doesn't do anything in 2026, I'm done. Yeah, I don't blame you. By the simple laws of mathematics, Ferrari have to come back into contention at some point. Their longest ever dry spell was 20 years. We're now, this year will mark year 18. And McLaren have now come back and won, so why can't Ferrari? Tricks, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it.
By 2.7 seconds.
Oh, there you go. Antonelli, okay. Kim is trying to do us a favour then. He's just jumped Max. I think Leclerc's got past Max as well, so no idea what's happened to the Dutchman. Seems to be struggling a little bit. Of course, the problem we've got as well is if we do get a mechanical failure today, it's guaranteed that we don't win the championship. Because obviously Leclerc has scored more points than me. Yeah, Max might have damage. That maybe was the contact we heard. We'll see if he drops back towards Yuki pretty quickly. Keep an eye on that Red Bull on the mini-map chat, because I am genuinely intrigued. But sometimes that's not such a bad thing for Max, because then he comes back and cooks in the second half. Hamilton. Oh, hello. What's he doing? Okay, Hamilton mugged me off earlier on. I've done exactly the same thing to him. I guess we'll take it. Good. Oh, you just got to really roll the car through, don't you? I think the Mercedes is probably a car that is good round here. Better than the Ferrari or the Red Bull. Just because it's way less oversteer prone. And there are quite a lot of off-camber corners around here. I don't think we're going to be able to get away from Lewis early on, but maybe. But the top four have got a bit of a breakaway. So that works quite well for Lando and I. How will Hadjar perform in Red Bull, you think? We don't even know how Red Bull will perform next year. They might be way off the pace. They might be completely OP. Hadjar might win the opening race of the year. He might also not finish. You just don't know. Right, Hamilton and I are apparently now just playing these games, are we? This is just DRS chicken. Although we might now get Piastri out of the range. Will Oscar, I mean, Oscar surely would just let his teammate by him. Oh, that's a lot of curb. Not where I wanted to be. Ah, first warning. I thought I might get away with it. Ferrari downfall going from P2 to P4. I mean, what on earth were they thinking at the start of the year that they wanted to go for a dramatic redesign on the car rather than just evolving what was a very competent race car at the end of last year? Ferrari never ceased to baffle the mind. But I'm happy they cut their losses quite early and just focused on next year. We're on 110 AI difficulty.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Am I not staying on form? So one of the Red Bulls is really dropping back. I just don't know which one it is. We're just having quite a good battle with Lewis at the moment, Mark. I don't know what your problem is. Yeah, 22 drivers in F1 next year. All but one of them will have raced before. Only Lindblad will be a rookie. Yeah, the problem is as well is I can't really pull away from the AI through this final sector. Because you have to run such little wing to keep up with them down the two back straights. You can't really get away through the final sector. Unless I go absolute push like crazy. And which at that point I've got no ERS even. Which then means even if I get out of the 1 second zone now, which we might just, depending on where I'm going through there. Yeah, look at that. 9.5 tenths up, and now I've got no battery anyway, so it's largely irrelevant. Yeah, next season is going to be fascinating. We'll probably have an idea fairly... Oh my... What is going on behind me? I just look behind and like Hamilton and Piastri are trying to do some weird crossover on each other. Toast with a bit. Thank you, buddy. Right, can I keep him at bay again? Is this going to be like our first entire lap led? I just hope we get a fun, interesting, competitive season. I mean, the high likelihood is, with the new regulations, is that one team is going to dominate. But you never know. You just don't know which team that might be. Could be Alpine, chat. Unlikely, but could be.
Gap to your teammate behind, 4.0 seconds.
See, again, we get a decent length on Hamilton through there. We do almost open up. But then I just can't carry the speed through turn 3. And then he's just got such good drive back down the hill. And it helps when I actually find the apex. He actually got a nice run off the corner that time. My Spotify Wrapped told me my listening age was 61. I don't have Spotify, so I never know kind of any of this stuff. Right, can Hamilton and Piastri just fight once, please? And let me get away. We're not even pulling away from Antonelli, particularly. He's just got good pace. It's been nice to see IRL as well, Antonelli getting up to pace towards the end of the year. Kind of fully now being able to showcase what he's made of. Because I really did hype him up. I know his F2 campaign wasn't that great, but Prema were terrible. It has been great to see him fight this year. Who do I think is going to take pole? I think I've predicted Oscar. But I honestly don't know. Oh, I'm just trying to be so careful with track limits still.
Okay, George.
See, if I thought about it, I should have been really cheeky and tried to disable mechanical failures for this final race. Right, I think we've got Lewis out of the DRS range now, though, which worked beautifully. Because Marker's name just sent me a target that we've got to keep him at bay. I think Norris, though, is soon enough going to have the strongest car. Mainly down to the tyres. So we've got a food for thought there. I don't know why the team's trying to get me to go to another set of mediums. Yeah, Max has to finish on the podium. Otherwise he won't win. Otherwise he's got no chance of winning the title. There we go. Oscar and Lewis now going side by side. So we got an opportunity to try and get away. Just got to try and build up this gap now we can. There you go. Even just a few extra tenths of a second is so useful. Because I could be tempted to try and take these mediums a bit further into the race if we can. just to open up the strategy later on. Hey, no worries, Nicky. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it. McLaren is not good. McLaren are alright. What was the end of FP2 result, chat? Does anybody know? Is it? I assume it's done. No red flags or anything. Who was fastest? Lando P1. Interesting. So Hamilton now is really odd. Hamilton's really struggling. I'm too busy looking at that rather than where I'm going. I feel like McLaren inside this game around a track like Abu Dhabi should have the upper hand. I've just got to try and... I mean, the thing is, again, as long as Lando doesn't win, I can afford to just finish. Even if he did win, I can afford to finish right behind him. But I would honestly quite happily let Oscar run away if he's got the speed. Either try and hang on to him, or let him run away, because then it makes it more difficult for everybody else. The problem I've then got, of course, is that if Leclerc gets ahead of me, it's even more difficult to win the championship. Because we've got to try and beat Leclerc and have a car between us.
For now, everything's looking good.
It's all those hypotheticals, chat, that make it so difficult. Yeah, I think all three in the championship will be close this weekend. Hey, welcome in, Scrap. Hope you're doing well, buddy. The little logo next to Piastri is that he's a rival of mine, according to the game. We apparently have an intense rivalry. It basically just at certain stages of career mode picks someone that's close to you in the World Championship, or someone with a similar driver rating, and basically now decides your rivals. But at the moment we are beating Oscar in that rivalry, because we are 93 rated and he is 91, I believe. It's just a little kind of gimmick to try and give you something to race for. Sanderson Enjoyer, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Is that Adam Sanderson by any chance? Yeah, I believe Oscar and I's rivalry at the moment is intense. And it goes normal, intense, and then career-defining, I believe. But I honestly can't remember. It doesn't really change too much in the game, but it is just a little thing. That is Adam Sanderson. We gotta love Adam Sanderson, he's a good guy. Hey, thank you for the Ray Pondon, I appreciate it, buddy. Hope you had a good stream. All wrapped up for the day, I assume. Welcome on in, everybody, from Pondon's stream. We are trying today to win the Formula 1 World Championship. We've got a four-way championship decider between myself, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. So 4 drivers from 4 different teams. Currently, at the moment, if the race were to finish right now, we would win the Grand Prix and the championship. Because we were 4 points behind Leclerc coming into this weekend. But there is still a long old way to go at this race. So I need to keep it clean and tidy. And don't ask me about the sunglasses. Better than IRL. Who do I think's the most underrated driver on the grid? Underrated? That's a really tricky one. Because the problem is, if I think someone's underrated, then that immediately means I rate them higher. And that then means they're no longer underrated, I guess. Most underrated driver on the grid. I am gonna say Bortoleto, I think. He's done very well this year. Hulkenberg is not slow. by any stretch of the imagination. I think Bortoletto's done really well this year. Because Hulkenberg is someone that, when he's feeling it, can really kick on. I mean, there's quite a few good ones, isn't there? A lot of people would argue Sainz. I think a little bit of recency bias is in there. Albon, I think a lot of people now have kind of come to appreciate. Hajar's done very well this year, but I think now people do rate him quite highly. Behrman as well seems to have kicked on more recently. Maybe you could say like a George Russell. He's operated very well this year. But again, a lot of people know he's like future world champion material. Will Yuki do the Gotifi strat? Maybe. Who knows? I'm sure Red Bull will underfuel him. I guarantee you Yuki will either retire from the race early on or retire from the race in like the final 10 laps when he's got no fuel. That's just what Red Bull would do. Leftist Philip, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And Beats by Nimbus. Why do I not race in cockpit? Simply because it's better for the viewing experience. More people prefer watching, like, from this angle than from cockpit cam. Because you can't really see a lot. It's quite immersive as a driver. And I quite like racing cockpit cam. But as a viewer, it's not that good. So I have done cockpit camera series before. And I will probably do another one on F1 25. But it's just not as enjoyable for the viewer, generally. Hence why most of them are done from TCAM. Formula 1 cars do have effectively electric boost, yes. They have a hybrid system. How does Yuki even see out of the car?
Okay,
he's got a little booster seat.
By 8.4 seconds.
You know, like one of the ones kids have. He's got a little booster seat in the car. He sits on like 6 loaves of bread in the car just to wedge him up a bit. Oh, we're really controlling the pace at the moment, and Hamilton seems to be faltering. But Verstappen doesn't have damage. I think that's Yuki. Starting to see a few cars pit as well. But nice that we've still got eyes on all of my championship rivals. Nice that we've still got Piastri as a little bit of a rear gunner as well. I thought Verstappen's, Lando's pace even on the hard tyre would have come on by now. Try driving an F1 car IRL. I would love to drive an F1 car IRL. The problem is getting the opportunity to drive an F1 car IRL might be quite difficult. I don't know many current teams that would trust me to drive one. If there is a Formula 1 team out there watching, and you want to stick me in your car, I would make a video about it. So I guess there would also be that.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Too busy reading chat. Oh, just so I kept it. Ask Red Bull. Hey, do you mind if, I don't know, Sunday morning, Red Bull? Do you mind let me drive? Maybe Max's car? I feel like Max's car would be the better one to drive. If I got to drive any F1 car of all time, I would probably want to try the F2004 Ferrari. Just because you think that V10 must be incredible. Super lightweight. Not that grippy tyres in the grand scheme of things, but I think that would be the one I'd love to try. I am currently George Russell, yes. So Leclerc now has jumped Hamilton. Oh, so Leclerc started on hards as well then. So we've got 2 of the championship rivals on medium, and then 2 of them on hard. But Leclerc has really struggled early on tonight. But it is just a case of how quick they go towards the end. Are we going to have to put on a defensive drive? Or are Lando and Charles on a 2-stop?
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
Yeah, Hamilton's began to fade. Verstappen's struggling a little bit as well. We are steadily gapping Oscar a bit more. I'm trying to push just to make sure that we're slowly building up that gap. But we'll see how we get on. How long have I been playing F1? On and off for about 20 years. I kind of got back into the games on F1 2016. So, 10 years pretty much. I was watching like Ben and Arrow do career modes and stuff on the games. So I was like, oh, I could do that. And yeah, almost 10 years later, here we are. Yeah, am I driving hungover? I get drunk on Thursday nights. It's my night to party. Especially after the Creator Series race we had last night. I wouldn't have blamed myself if I did. Drown my sorrows. It's so tricky to balance the throttle through there. How is Tywell looking? Out of interest. What are we up to? 42%?
In this lap, in this lap.
That's far too early. We will not be pitting now. So sensibly then, we can go to about 27. As, there you go, Piastri's pit. Is that Hamilton pitting as well? Yes, so Hamilton and Verstappen are all pitting. So, either they're going to go really long on the hard. Oh no, I think they're using another set of mediums. So interesting then. So Verstappen's definitely on a 2-stop. I don't know what Norris and Leclerc are doing just yet. They might also be 2-stopping. But I am definitely on the 1-stop train. We'll try and get the tyres to about the end of 27. And then go hard to the remaining 31. Especially with less fuel and everything. That should be alright. So, I've been playing like the F1 games for 10 years, a lot more. But really kind of the first 5-6 years of that, I wasn't playing as much. It was kind of, in 2020, obviously with COVID, I saw, again, a lot of people kind of gaining huge audiences from making more content. So I kind of, I think I probably had about 15,000 subscribers. So I was like, well, this is kind of a bit of a now or never opportunity, isn't it? So I think we went from 20 to about 90,000 subs in 1 year. In 2022, actually, was where we saw a huge amount of growth. Which, again, I think was thanks to COVID, thanks to short format, everything like that. So then, yeah, in 2022, I was able to go full-time. It was either 2021 or 2022 we saw a huge amount of growth. Or again, yeah, like 70,000 subs in a year, which was mental. I don't know anything about Max, so I'm useless in that scenario. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years I've been playing these games. Fairly consistently, even I should say. I mean, I had a couple of dips in that time. I played a lot of F1 2016. I then didn't play much of 2017. I played a bit of F1 2018. I played very little of F1 2019. And then kind of 2020, 2021, I played quite a lot. And then sort of 23, 4, and 5, I played a huge amount. Because obviously, it was my full-time job. Playing this game, you know, is generally upwards of 40 hours a week. I think we looked at it a few weeks ago. I think I've got just over 600 hours on F1 25. And the game's been out 6 months. So, yeah, you're looking at about 30 hours a week on average. 25, 30 hours a week. But again, of course, alongside that, you've then got all the editing, you know, all the bits and pieces like that. So, yeah, Piastri is closing in quite a lot. Effectively now, we've both got one more stop to go, as Norris and Leclerc are also 2 stopping. So, yeah, it's making this race interesting. Don't quite know how this is going to pan out in the end. We are going to try and make this one stop happen. I need Antonelli to help us out. Yeah, everybody's pit apart from Antonelli and me. So Mercedes are trying to go long. We're going to be on the back foot a little bit through stint 2. But that shouldn't matter too much, because again, we'll be on fresher tyres. As long as the gap to Piastri is still over 10 seconds when we pit, we should be fine. But of course, safety cars, red flags, anything could change things. Ooh. Oh, second warning. That's not good. I got no more. Terrible lines. Tyres are definitely starting to fade. That was annoying. Just got to try and... I mean, we're kind of in that horrible position now where we've got to make the one-stop happen, at least at the moment, because I've sacrificed too much time already. Yeah, we've got to be careful. We've got to be careful. What's with the Stevie Wonder look? I thought Stevie Wonder just wears completely blacked out stones. To be fair, I think with the way I drive, sometimes people think I'm blind. Yeah, Antonelli could try and... Antonelli can spin after he exits the pit lane. Brings out a red flag so we get a free stop. That's the goal. Rossi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And Bradson, welcome on in, buddy. I hope you're well. Thank you for the bit. See, yeah, Stevie Wonder does have way more style than me. That can also not be argued against. Take the shades off. I can. Someone use noggins over on Twitch. I have to use them for this race. I think it'll be Lando that wins the championship. I think it'll be Lando, sensibly. The odds are in his favour, quite heavily. And I think if push comes to shove, both McLaren drivers also appreciate if they have to decide between either of them winning or Max, I think they would pick each other. There you go, Oscar New fastest lap of the day. He's not quite going to be in the DRS range of Antonelli just yet, but he might get him down the second straight. So Piastri is cooking, but again, let's not forget, Piastri isn't what I'm worried about in this race. If Piastri wins, great for him, doesn't make a difference. Unless we finish second and Leclerc comes third, then I would be in trouble. But like I said, at the moment, everybody's got another pit stop to make. So, we're alright. We've got a 15-second buffer. Antonelli is definitely trying to one-stop as well, I think. So, Mercedes are trying to throw caution to the wind. We're trying to use tyre wear to our advantage and claim key track position. Come on, get the nose in. Get the nose in. There we go. Hey, thank you for the member, Sean. I appreciate it, buddy. Over on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have not boxed yet. We're going to box in about 3 laps. I want to get to the end of 27. To be fair, luckily for us as well, it looks like Antonelli stayed ahead of Piastri. So we're gaining a little bit back at the moment.
Clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So
one of the Ferraris is in. Hamilton's pit again, I think. Was that must be damage for Hamilton. Or is that Leclerc? I don't know. One of the Ferraris is in. If that's Leclerc, we're in a great position. If it's not, then we're still in a decent spot. But either way, if it's Hamilton, his first race all year, he's looked truly competitive. And it's all getting away from him. We'll know pretty quickly if the other Ferrari can jump Verstappen. I think it was Lewis, though. Yep, there you go. It was Hamilton in, so must have picked up damage somewhere.
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
There you go. Piastri's got past Antonelli now as well. But he did help us out a bit. Whoa, that's close to a warning. Yeah, these tyres are definitely going. Definitely beginning to fade more. Just got to keep it clean and tidy to the end of stint 1.
Yes, mate, we hit the target.
This is
Nice
season
work.
1 of career mode. It is a 1-season career mode, though. Although, again, obviously, with us knowing that F1 26 will come out on this game, I might do like a stream series as well. Obviously, with the new season next year. Obviously, I'll have to run it with the 2025 cars first, but then we'll be able to run it with the 2026 machines. So, yeah, there we go. Leclerc now, new fastest lap. So Leclerc and Norris have both done double hards early on. That's an interesting strat. Very, very interesting strat. In the position that we're in, we would win the championship. If we win this race today, irrespective of where anybody else comes, we will be champion. Between Leclerc and I, it is winner takes all.
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we
Any
exceed
other
it.
position,
Keep that in mind
there
as you
are
approach.
loads of hypotheticals. If we come second, Leclerc only needs to finish directly behind me. If we finish lower than third, if Lando or Max wins the race, then they have got a chance at the championship as well. I mean, there are even a couple of scenarios in which all 4 of us could end up tying, which would be quite impressive. If Max were to win, if Max were to come second, Lando comes third, and then I believe I came 8th,
Gap
and
to your
Charles
teammate
didn't
behind,
score,
16.8
then we would all tie on
seconds.
162. Which I think is unlikely, but not impossible. Although I guess if Piastri wins, Max and Lando second and third could happen. Leclerc and I could make contact. It is going to be dry all night, luckily. So I said we need a 10-second gap to Piastri by the time we pit. It is going to be pretty much bang on 10 seconds by the end of the next lap, as long as I don't do anything stupid. So yeah, Piastri is cooking. Seeing those sunglasses makes me feel so guilty. This is my second pair now, and I'm going to have to get a new set. Because these have got a scratch on the lens now. So I think I'm getting a new pair for Christmas. Lost my sunglasses in the foam pit. Shocking. Yeah, I can understand, like, if you're not streaming and stuff, like, cockpit is better. Although all the esports drivers use TCAM. I think esports should be locked into cockpit. I don't know how I lost them. I didn't lose them, to be fair. I was a fool and gave them to someone. Hey, thank you for the raid, Gillen. I appreciate it, buddy. Hope you had a good stream. I assume it was some competitive VSC racing on this Friday afternoon. No, my eyes are fine. I don't know what Fabio's done, but my eyes are fine. I don't know why I just did that, but I've just got to wear sunglasses because my Twitch chat are horrible. I've got to try and win a world championship and I can barely see the screen. We are, yeah, it's style points. Hang on a minute, I'll take the sunglasses off to prove I haven't picked up an infection. If that's what people think it is. 10-second time penalty. Yeah, we're going to box now. We're going to box this lap, chat. Need to dive in. Get off this set. I feel like they've done their purpose. They're pretty well warm. They've held on, though, surprisingly well, actually, to their credit. But I think we'll come out probably just behind Verstappen and Leclerc. Hey?
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down.
What is
and let's get
that?
it done.
I forgot the pit lane is completely glitched, man. How is that a penalty? Touch the curb. Is that what does it, is it? You just cannot even use any curbs.
There, mate. We're delighted with that.
I mean, to be fair, the game's been out, what, 6 months? There's not a chance they could have fixed that glitch by now.
See these tyres through to the
I've
end now.
never had that one before. Is that what happened to Ben last week in CS? If so, that is an awful way to lose the championship. Has Ben just got PTSD from that? I didn't see anything from CS last week apart from the fact Jake won. Did I literally just get benned? The race isn't over. We can still win this, even with a penalty. So if the race were to finish now, Leclerc would be champion. So does it give you a warning then, or is it just an instant 3-second time penalty? Is it just, does it just count as a warning, or is it just immediately a 3-second penalty? It's just a warning. Okay, interesting. So did Ben already have 2 warnings then last weekend? And obviously then just, or did he get 1 and then obviously drove into the pits, got another 1 and then got another 1? Yeah, we don't have to worry about trying to get another warning. At least I've got 2 more to use. Henshaw, thank you as well for the resub, buddy. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, you got a double warning from it. Oh, that's even more brutal. So is it literally you can't go near the curbs or anything? You've just got to, like, hold a completely steady line? Like, between... Because I saw that you couldn't touch white lines, so I thought I'd be okay. It's stuff like that genuinely... How can they not fix that quite easily? How is that still causing problems 6 months into the game? Like, I understand that you will get, like, the occasional weird thing, but, like, something like that is so replicatable. I don't know what the right word is so stupid. Right, come on then. Oh, hello. These guys are on all the sides. Got to try and see if we can find a way around. Again, Verstappen. He needs a bit of a miracle tonight.
Great pass.
Just like he needs this Sunday. He actually needs more of a miracle inside this series. Engine is alright. It's worn, but it's okay. We've got enough power for now. She's still spitting ponies. Talking about ponies, we're coming up to the back of the prancing horse as well. Leclerc's had a pretty decent recovery drive so far.
Dropping back, we're seeing a gap starting to form.
XP, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Whoa, that was close to track limits. Easy. F1 25, the 26 DLC, will be Ben's game. I believe it. I assume we'll do one more season of CS before the F1 26 DLC, but I've honestly got no idea. Verstappen 2021-esque. Except for I actually met the apex. That I'm sure will upset people. Yeah, nice and easy though once we got the DRS. Happy to get by before we get into Sector 3. Hopefully now we can try and get the DRS window open. Yeah, they better fix everything for the DLC. Do I have any suggestions for a sim rig at $1,000 or less? Personally, I use Track Racer. There should be a link in the description of the stream. Would recommend. Very, very solid sim rigs. Hey, welcome in, Ryan. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I am, yes, still recovering from it. all the scares I experienced during that race. I think because we're two of the Europeans in there against, I feel like it's a majority field of Americans, we seem to get netcoded pretty much every race.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 5.5 seconds.
Right, so we were 10 seconds ahead of Oscar when I pit. Just under. We're now 10 seconds back. Ideally, I want to be as close to him as we can. But I've really got to hope this penalty doesn't now end up making a difference.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
Yeah, next week is ours. We'll do what they did on Top Gear all those years ago in the Alfa Romeo Challenge and just drive too wide everywhere, so nobody can do anything. I mean, let's be fair, we say next week will be ours. It's Watkins Glen, it's going to be awful. It's going to be absolutely terrible. I don't tend to watch much cricket. I know Joe Root got 100. But cricket's never been one that I've really got into.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
There you go. New fastest lap. 8/10 out of Oscar that last time. This is good. This is what we need. England are in the mud, are they? Well, apparently weren't they in the mud at the start of the test, and then somehow Australia ended up more in the mud. And it was basically who played slightly less bad, as far as I gather. That's basically my cricket knowledge right there. So Oscar will dive in, what, by about just before lap 40? I must admit, chat, I am getting slightly more nervous the fact there has been not a single mechanical failure so far. I'm worried that that might end up being us. Connor and Mews, thank you for the follows. I don't know if Matt212 would want to see the Ashes. I don't think she'd want to go see like all of it, but I think she'd love to go for like a day. I could be wrong. Maybe she'll WhatsApp me, going, no, I want to see it
all. The pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
Yeah, jet lag during the Ashes would not be ideal. But they've been there quite a while now, haven't they? Like, you should recover from jet lag for the most part fairly quickly. Like, I know when I went to Australia, it took about 3 days last time I was there, I want to say, to adjust for the most part. Do you have to have F1 knowledge to play the game? No, absolutely not. Just drive around, crash into them, as long as you're doing it offline. Crash into people. You can pick up a fair bit of knowledge about, like, career mode and stuff from, like, videos online and stuff, but... I am British, yes. Right, come on, we've got to keep pushing. We've got to keep trying to take time out of Oscar. Pit stop here is about 22 seconds, so we would have a healthy buffer, but he is going to have a huge tyre offset towards the end. Leclerc seems to have Verstappen at arm's length, but it seems to be a battle between McLaren and Mercedes tonight. I think Leclerc's bad qualifying has really cost him.
Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah, but this is the thing in the UK. Like, we're just fairly good at a lot of sports. We're fairly good at rugby, we're fairly good at football, we're fairly good at cricket. We're just a jack of all trades, master of none. Like, apart from, you could make the argument, Formula 1. Because Britain has definitely given way more world champions than any other nation. We're not fairly good at hockey, that's probably true. But what sport does, like, Britain completely dominate the world at? Sensibly. I don't watch that many movies or TV shows, to be honest. Darts, yeah, exactly. Darts we're good at. That tells you everything you need to know. We're good at a sport that is pretty much exclusively played down the pub. And we are just a country full of pubs. Exactly, yeah, pub sport, we're absolutely top of the world at. It's going to be so interesting, like, 15, 20 years from now. Like, because I reckon with the Luke Littler effect, how many people are going to get their kids into darts? Because it basically means whilst they're training, they can just sit down the pub and have a pint. Snooker, again, not quite. I guess snooker's not really as much. I guess it's a bit of a pub sport still, isn't it? Right, can we name a sport that Britain is the best of the world at that isn't a pub sport? Hazard, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And John. Queuing. Yeah, we are good at queuing. Football, no, we're not a dominant football team. We always think we should be. And the World Cup next year is going to be ours, but it won't. Scotland are also in the World Cup. Even cheese rolling we're not that good at. It's normally people from... I don't want to sound like some reform candidate, but people come from overseas. Foreigners come in and win our cheese rolling constantly. And if you don't know what cheese rolling is, it's the greatest thing coming out of my corner of the world. I used to live about 10 minutes from where they do that. Close to track limits again. Yeah, we're really taking a lot of time out of Piastri at the moment. Is Scotland going to win the World Cup, are they, next year? If Scotland win the World Cup next year, you can clip this, chat. I will down a 24 pack of Iron Brew. Mark my words, if Scotland win the World Cup, I will down 24 Iron Brews non-stop. I will vomit violently, I will probably pass out, but I will do it. Now, get it clipped. The thing is, I always feel like for a country like Scotland, and please forgive me if I'm wrong on this one, qualifying for the World Cup obviously doesn't happen often, so great achievement. Anything after that is just a bonus, isn't it? Like, it's just a right laugh. Exactly, yeah. Smurf will force feed me Iron Brew as a Scotsman. Yeah, we've never got past the group stage. Exactly. So just being there is, I mean, a pretty massive achievement anyway. Oh, I thought I was running wide then. Right, is Norris going to pit or is it going to be Piastri in? I think is Piastri in? No. So we should jump Norris on track then this time. Just over 20 laps to go though. As of right now, it would still be Leclerc world champion if it were to finish like this. Leclerc would win out ahead of us, Norris, and then... So like, if it finished like this, Leclerc would win it by 1 point. Over us. Let's try and settle that score differently now. See if we can get a run. Yeah, we just haven't got that much straight line speed, have we? Oh, Norris. Whoa. Kind of moved over a bit then and then tried to go back to the normal line. A little bit cheeky. Luckily I was able to score off the speed, but we'll get a huge drive off of the corner. This one should be a done deal then. Right on the outside we will go.
Nice move. Good job.
Patience is key, champ. Now, if this race were to finish like this, we would be champion. Although I guess I'm forgetting my penalty. Who do I think will win the World Cup next year? Spain? I don't know. Spain have probably got quite a good chance. Maybe France. Oh, there you go. Oscar's in. Oscar. Oh, ugh. How was that not a warning? Okay. Well, we're going to be back to P1 then.
Second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
Let's try and make sure I've got the gap over Lando. I don't get how the AI got so much drive off of there. Every single time. I think we've only just kept Lando out of the range though. So Verstappen has pit as well. The goal is to try and get to the end on these tyres. I'm definitely starting to get a little bit more concerned about that ICE. We're up to 66% on it, which isn't huge, but this is quite a horrible track for engine wear. Next year is our year. Ronaldo will never win a World Cup, surely. That's going to be the thing that Messi fans can always say. Can Scotland and England be in the same group? Is that possible for the... Like, I don't get how it works particularly well. Can they be in the same group? Like, in theory, could you have ended up with Wales, Scotland and England all in the same group? They can end up with... Oh, that'd be hilarious. The thing is, didn't they... I feel like there was one major tournament a few years ago where either Scotland and England or Scotland and Wales ended up in the same group, and it was just the most boring match of all time. Didn't it end like 0-0? Like a World Cup or a Euros a few years ago.
Okay, George, we need to save up some ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please.
Yeah, England-Wales, the World Cup 22, wasn't it? It was just a really dead game. Because neither team wanted to lose, so neither team tried to win, basically. Oh, Australia. I mean, Australia have the best football team, don't they? The Socceroos. I don't know why, it's one of the only football clips that always sticks in my mind. I think it was 2010 World Cup, and it was, can't remember his first, it was Cahill, who literally just on a volley scored an absolute screamer out of nowhere. I don't know why, that's like one football memory that I always have. Because it was the kind of goal that, I mean, I wouldn't obviously be able to do what he did, but yeah, Tim Cahill, that was it. Scored that, just a ridiculous, just absolute have it kind of goal. I just always remember that for some reason. Everton, Millwall and Aussie, great. That is an interesting collection. Right, 18 laps to go then. Oscar is still our biggest threat. Effectively, he's 12 seconds behind because of that 3-second penalty. Antonelli's now comfortably back ahead of Max.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
The points difference between me and Leclerc should be pinned in chat. We have a 4-point gap. Well, Leclerc has a 4-point buffer. The goal is to not pit again. Unless we get a safety car or a red flag or something.
Oh, great stuff.
Just wanted to try and get that achievement out of the way. Just want to have to worry about it. We will have to deal probably with a little bit of lap traffic towards the end, but not too much. I would assume Lando will dive in pretty soon. Is Lando in now? There you go. Lando's in, so I would assume Leclerc will follow him. Again, obviously Piastri is not a concern. If Piastri beats me, it is not the end of the world. Antonelli could still prove useful towards the end of this race. Because he will come out ahead of definitely Leclerc, maybe Norris, and can try and hold them up towards the end. I think Norris will just stay ahead of Antonelli. So it does look like it's probably going to be between Piastri and I. But again, as long as we finish 2 spots ahead of Leclerc, it is not the end of the world. The problem I've got is if this 3-second time penalty, if we end up bunching everybody up, that's when things get bad. Good Lord, Toast. I expect to see that timeout coming in. Yeah, there you go. There's the ban. So, oh, Leclerc's behind Verstappen now then, so that works out quite nicely. I mean, effectively at the moment then, again, doesn't really matter if Lando beats us as long as he doesn't win. So he's got to try and overhaul 9 seconds on Piastri in these last 16 laps. Doing. Thank you. So we're looking pretty good at the moment. I got about a 20-second gap to Antonelli, so I can afford to lose pretty much a second a lap to him.
Fastest lap of the race.
Piastri's cooking. I don't think we're going to beat Oscar. Even if I let Oscar by, just try and get him to drag me along. Normally I'm Team Toast. Not today. Yeah, we could still get a DNF. There is still every possibility. No AI have retired yet, which, as you get towards this stage of a race, does increase my anxiety levels. We have had no reliability issues this season, so I'm really hoping today will not see that change. Considering none of your top 5 in the World Championship have had a mechanical failure, if we're the one that gets the bad luck, I'm going to be really disappointed. This was why I didn't want to put any completely new components in, because obviously you risk the chance that they'll just fail immediately. So I'm trying to be careful. But, I mean, the game has already decided whether I'm getting mechanical failure or not. As soon as you click load the... Why is that flashed up? No. Are we good? Tell you what, we've used a lot of the spare fuel as well, haven't we? Could have ran a lot less spare fuel, but we're okay. I think that was just on the curb. Either that or there's a ghost in the system. There you go, Norris, another new fastest lap, so he's pushing on to try and close in on Piastri. But again, my eyes are on Charles Leclerc, who has now just gone fastest himself. Hey, thank you for the sub, Calstone. I appreciate it, buddy. We've just been talking about the World Cup. Abaddon with the 10 bits as well. Seems to be an issue we're currently investigating. Oh, I hope not. I really, really hope not. 15 laps from the checkered flag, surely. Surely we can control this. As I've said before, I always quite enjoy doing 100% races at Abu Dhabi. Because you kind of get to enjoy that day-night cycle. Although we did one, that was it, Creator Series at Vegas, wasn't it? It felt like it was early morning. We went from like night to early morning, which is a bit weird. Antonelli then is no use to me. He's dropped down to 6th. So he's not helping us out. Adv, thank you for the follow as well, mate. I appreciate it. Oh, we're having to deal with more laps cars now. Unpopular opinion, I kind of like this track. It's better than it used to be, but it is still not good. So looking at the gaps then, I think there's still a possibility that Lando beats us as well today. But he needs... I mean, if this was IRL Formula 1, Lando would need to beat Oscar. What's the gap between Lando and I? Is it 11 points, chat? I think we've got 11 over Lando, don't we? So he could finish 3rd if he wins and still be fine. But the problem is then we've got to then rely on Verstappen beating Leclerc. So it's really tricky. There you go. Leclerc now has immediately overtaken Verstappen. So I think sensibly, unless something crazy happens, Verstappen is out of it. Unless, like, Leclerc and I blow up and accidentally take Lando with us or something. I think Verstappen is kind of, he just hasn't got enough. Try to avoid rev limiting gear 8, struggling by the time you get to the second red dot. In 8th gear, I can't do anything else. I can't, there's no 9th. I can't go any higher. God, yeah, that. Can you guys hear that clicking as well on the ICE? It's starting to sound rough. You can just hear it on the off throttle. Lift and coast. Yeah, but that doesn't affect the ICE at all. Like, it's only when I'm coming off the battery at the top end. It won't make enough of a difference. And I'd rather... We can't also lose too much time. Because Leclerc is still closing in rather rapidly. I mean, they all are now.
Tyre condition still looking good.
I've got 18 seconds over Leclerc though, with 13 laps. So we've just got to try and control the pace. The tyres are fine. Tyres will be absolutely fine to the end. We took the mediums 27 laps. The hards can definitely do 31. I just want to start seeing other cars having mechanical failures. If we get 2 AI with a mechanical, then I'll feel a lot more confident. I mean, you do occasionally get races where nobody retires, but it's just not that common. Oh, come on. How distraught will you be if you get a mechanical failure? I mean, you guys will find out if it happens. I will be pretty gutted. Because this series, I mean, it has been very, very fun. It has been a lot more kind of chilled out and casual than a lot of series we do, because obviously I don't turn it into videos. So it's just been a bit more kind of chatting about IRL Formula 1. Obviously talking about, like, the upcoming IRL Grand Prix as well. And obviously it's been helped by the fact that the Real Life Championship has become quite fascinating right towards the end. Yeah, I mean, I think we've done every race on the correct week apart from Mexico, I want to say. I think something came up Mexico week, I can't remember. So we did that one the week after. But yeah, it has been a fun series. I think arguably this has been kind of the first dedicated stream series I've done. That has just been about streaming it rather than recording. Odds you win this championship? Well, at the moment, we're looking pretty good, unless we get a mechanical. I'm so intrigued to see whether Lando gets to Oscar. I guess it's probably in my best interest for Oscar to win this race. Because again, I can't... If Leclerc's 4th, I can't finish 3rd. If Leclerc's 4th, I need to finish 2nd. And if I come 2nd, that definitely means we beat Lando even if he wins. I don't know why, chat, but I've really just got a feeling that we are going to get a mechanical. Whether it's just I refuse to believe in myself or what, I don't know. But I just feel like we've got a mechanical failure coming. Why am I wearing sunglasses? Was I high last night? No, I'm high right now. I only ever do streams high. Hence why I tilt my head into the corners. I want to try and win the race if we can. But I'm just thinking about hypotheticals because Oscar is running very quickly. And Lando's running even quicker. All of them are driving quicker than us right now. Oh, why is that? Did that just get more orange? I don't know. I've got to stop looking at it. Yeah, 10 laps, or 11 laps to go. Tyre wear is looking fine. Tyre wear is not cause for concern. I feel though, again, whatever happens towards the end, we've driven pretty well this race. Pace and consistency have been quite good. I feel happy with the way we've driven the car. So even if we do get a mechanical failure now, I'll know in my heart we've deserved the championship today. Exactly, like the only way you can get mechanical failure that isn't pre-scripted is if the part hits 100%, which we definitely won't do. So, the game, whether I like or I could do anything, the game has already decided whether I'll get a mechanical failure or not. What lap do you think you can catch them? Well, I'm hoping that they'll catch... Well, I'm hoping they don't catch me. But it won't be the other way around. I won't be pitting again. Amy, thank you for the follow. Annie, Amy. Either way, I appreciate it. Just don't get a mechanical failure. The game can't give me one if I say no. Say no to a mechanical failure. I mean, again, Lando's looking so rapid right now. We might genuinely be reliant on Verstappen jumping Leclerc. Or I might lose this by a point. I think, honestly, we're getting to the stage now where I've got to keep that gap up over Lando.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 26.2
that's another warning.
seconds.
That's not what I need this late on. I think that's what we've got to focus on, is keeping the gap over Lando. Again, if Oscar gets to me, it's probably in our best interest to let him through and just try and hang on to him. But this is getting really tight. We're ahead of Oscar still because of he's 2 stops, I've only done a 1 stop. That's why he's quicker than me at the moment. Oh, yeah. A little bit of wheel spin there. Come on. Yeah, we've got to avoid track limits. This is the thing, Leclerc might still win this by being way behind me. Like I said, unless Verstappen can get a jump on it. Surely Verstappen's tyres will be better right at the end. But I think at the moment, I mean, if this was IRL, if Oscar gets past us, they would be telling him, back me up to try and let Lando through. But I guess even if Leclerc finishes 4th, it won't matter because he would still beat Lando by a point. It's so complicated. Trying to do all the hypotheticals in my head. I still feel like Max might jump Charles again by the end. He feels like he's hung on to him well enough now and should have tyres. Because the mediums will fall off. Yeah, tell your engineer to be quiet. The problem is if I tell him to be quiet and we do get a mechanical failure, it will then just explode and I'll have no idea. Yeah, so Oscar went medium hard. We've just gone medium hard in this race. No, Oscar did medium hard even. Lando and Charles have done hard, medium. Oscar went medium, hard. We've just done medium hard. Yeah, Lando is closing in still, isn't he? We've got 4-second gap now. Like I said, there you go. Verstappen's jumped Leclerc again. So if Verstappen stays ahead of Leclerc, we can finish behind Lando. That doesn't matter. That's what we're going to be thinking about. It is just the case now of whether Verstappen can hold off Leclerc towards the end. This championship is changing around so much towards the end of this race. Every other lap, it feels like someone now is suddenly in a better chance. Oh, come on, I'd rather have some DRS off of Bortoletto. Come on, give me the slipstream. He used the slipstream. Are we in the range? I got no idea. We'll find out when we come out of the hairpin. We'll definitely be in the range now. No! Damn it! Who will win, Lando or Verstappen? I think Lando, sensibly. Oh, Bortoletto, please don't dive bomb me. Ah! Just see him suddenly fly up on the proximity arrow again. That's one of those annoying bugs when the AI get blue flags. Oh, Leclerc's going back again on Max. So Lando, I think, took a second out of us that last lap. But again, his tyres should hit the cliff towards the end. But they won't be as bad as ours, surely. Irrespective of what happens. Oh, it's so tricky. Max has gone straight back past Leclerc. I just cannot rely on Max holding up Leclerc to the end. I cannot rely on it. If he does, then it doesn't matter if we beat Lando. Yeah, we're going to finish P2 at the moment. Oscar's too fast. But luckily, he is not in the championship hunt. Whoa. Hold it inside track limits. There has still not been a single driver mechanical failure today. That is making me nervous. More and more nervous with every lap. There is so much at stake, so much to think about towards the end of this race. Now, Piastri's still going way quicker than me. He's also, I think, got DRS this time round on Bortoletto. I don't know, yeah, I don't know what if Lando isn't really taking much out of him anymore. Again, if we can just keep the gap 3 seconds over Norris, that's what matters. Gloves and sunglasses. It's a great combo. It's what all the Formula 1 drivers wear. Oh, see again, Verstappen and Leclerc. I can just see that on the proximity arrow further back. I don't think we're going to be able to hold up Lando, man. I think I'm going to have to rely on Max beating Charles. And obviously with our penalty, it doesn't really... We can't do anything to help with that. Oh, this is going to be so brutal, man. So brutal. I think, yeah, Lando's most likely going to get us. Unless his tyres hit the cliff now. He's most... Even if he doesn't get me on the road, he's going to get me because of the penalty. So it is now down to whether Verstappen can jump Leclerc. I think if this was IRL, I mean, Verstappen would definitely go for it. But I think he'd rather see Leclerc win a championship. So if Lando wins, and we come third, and Leclerc comes fourth, I believe it would be Leclerc, 1 point to us, 1 point to Lando, come the end of the race. There'd be 2 points in it between all three of us, and Verstappen would finish like 20 points back. So I don't even think I can just stick with Oscar. What do I do, chat? What do I do? Do I try? I can't really know, because I can't really afford to try and defend, because if Lando's tyres do fall off, I want to be able to pull away from it. I'm literally relying on whether Max can stay ahead of Leclerc, which he's got a 6/10 buffer now. So maybe Verstappen's tyres are starting to have the advantage over Charles. I don't think the one-stop's been a bad call tonight. I just think McLaren have had more pace than us. We got a penalty, and we got a glitch penalty from entering the pit lane. I would have had a penalty for track limits anyway. That was close. But it was done through the pit lane. Yeah, Oscar's going to have it here. There's no point trying to defend it. Oh, here we go. A Mercedes getting jumped down into the hairpin. Where have we seen that before? Oh, come on. Verstappen, he's still only 4/10 ahead of Charles. Come on, I need Lando's tyres to fall off. Obviously, if Lando doesn't win... Whoa, what's Oscar doing? He's trying to back me up. Check the engine. I don't want to. I do not want to look at the engine at this stage. Ah! What's he doing? Come on. Come on. I just want clear air. I don't want to cook the engine either. We don't need plan C.
Maneuver. You made it look so easy.
Obviously, if we get on to lap 57, it's then incredibly unlikely that we get a mechanical failure. Leclerc has re-jumped Verstappen. So at the moment, again, with our penalty, Leclerc is in championship-winning territory. Plan Z3. Oh, we might get DRS this time around off Hadjar. Let's hope we get some DRS. Come on. Come on. Oh, I've got to use a bit of battery. I don't know if we'll be there. I might have just wasted it at a really bad point. Oh, no. I'm locked up. Oh, Oscar. Don't hit me. Thank you. Did I get the DRS? I didn't even get the DRS still. Oh, man. Oscar's going to have us again, then. Nothing we can really do there. Oh, a hatcher. Oh, come on. Let me through as well. Let me through as well. Hold up, Lando. Come on, man. Do us all a favour. I got to drink water. I didn't even see that. There you go. One-handed into the hairpin. Can we even stick with Oscar? I'm not even convinced we've got the pace to stick with him. Yeah, we are completely reliant now on Max beating Charles. That is my only hope to win this championship. This will likely come down to the very last lap of the Grand Prix. And the thing is, well, the AI love to crash into each other here. They love to give each other mechanicals. So that could also play an important factor.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
I mean, Lando's most likely going to get in the DRS here, unless I get a good run off at T1. I've just got no battery, man. Straight it all. I'm not even going to stay in the range of Oscar. Oh, this is all going wrong. It's all going wrong right towards the end. Come on. Get the power down. Yeah, plan D for destruction. I never thought I would be cheering on Max Verstappen in this race. But that's where we're at the moment. Lando's going to have us as well. I just have not got enough to match those McLarens. Surely, if this was IRL now, you'd be letting Lando through for the lead of the Grand Prix to give himself any chance at the crown. Verstappen's dropping away from Leclerc. He's gaining back in again through the DRS zone. But I don't know if he's going to get to him in time. I'm not sure Verstappen's got enough pace to try and hang with Leclerc towards the end. What we do on the road now, as long as we don't lose 13 seconds in the next 2 laps, is kind of irrelevant. It is all down to what Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen do towards the end of this race. Verstappen again closes in but can't do anything by the time they get down in towards that hairpin. I genuinely think this is going to come down to the last lap. Currently, if it ends like this, Charles Leclerc will be world champion by just a single point over ourselves. That will be one of the... Well, it won't be as close as the one I had on F124 where we tied with Oscar and lost it on countback. Lando needs to try and get the jump on his teammate. He might just get DRS on him in the final lap. I mean, maybe if they came together, picked up a bit of damage. Oh, Max is struggling, man. He's barely hanging on with Charles now. I'm not convinced, chat. I'm really not convinced at this stage. Max has got to find something special. He is 7/10 back from Leclerc with just less than 2 laps to go. He had to try and jump someone a few years ago here on the final lap to win a world championship. Oh, he's gaining. He is gaining again on Charles. But he's not there. He's got to try and get the run down the next straight, but I'm not sure I want him to this time round. Because obviously then he'll be vulnerable on the last lap. I don't know. I really have got no idea. Maybe Leclerc's taken too much out of his car towards the end of this race. Is Verstappen gonna jump Oscar Piastri to try and give himself a chance at the World Championship? There's another lapped car just in front. We could end up seeing some blue flags, some DRS right at the end that maybe helps someone out. Verstappen, he is right behind Charles Leclerc now with 1 more lap to go. What is Gasly doing? Down in turn 1, he's completely blocked Lando off. That might be enough to stop Lando Norris having any sort of sniff at this World Championship, because it's given Oscar Piastri a bit of breathing room again. Leclerc, he's just got so much grip through that final sector, but Max is a little bit closer this time. Verstappen had to make an overtake on the last lap to win a World Championship from Mercedes. This year, we need him to make an overtake to win Mercedes the championship. He's dropped back loads though through Sector 1. The gap is up to about 7/10 now. There is nothing we can do at the moment. I've just got to hope that somewhere, anywhere, Verstappen can get a run on Charles Leclerc. I think he's completely gone. He's got nothing against the Ferrari down the first of the back straights. Charles Leclerc has been nowhere all night, but it might not matter for him in the end. Can Verstappen do something down this next straight? He's got one last chance to try and get Leclerc to try and help us out in the World Championship, but I don't think he's going to do it. Max Verstappen, he is still half a second behind Leclerc. I think he's just waiting behind him as through the final few corners, a dramatic end to this Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri is going to take the win. Lando Norris is going to come through for P2. Out of the final corner, though, we're going to lose by a point. I cannot believe it. It was a drive of a world champion, but it is not World Championship. 1 point in it. Oh, man. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it.
And our drivers have all pushed themselves.
Another Charles title on this game, man.
In history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now.
Oh, gutted, man.
Formula
Gutted.
One
Happy that
World
happened on
Champion.
stream, though. That you guys got to enjoy the live experience with us.
What a performance.
I mean, we just could not do anything against the McLarens. They were too fast. But yeah, I'm just gutted that Max couldn't do anything towards the end.
Sign off in style as winning the last race of the season as well.
Oh,
Brilliant stuff
man.
today, and you carry that momentum through.
If the
next year as
championship
well, of
is
course. So
anything
it's
like
for
this on
all
Sunday, I
now
think we're in for a
to try and
treat.
stop what they've created.
Gutted. Absolutely gutted.
Only 3 can take to the
Happy I
podium.
didn't get my maths
Here
wrong,
they
though.
come. And your winner today, the man from down under. Congratulations, Oscar Piastri.
Gutted, man. That's so painful. Apologies, I didn't notice any of the follows coming in towards the end. I was trying to just focus up on the race. Last thing I wanted to do was make a mistake there right at the end. God, I feel like I'm wasting my time watching the stream. If I'd bottled it myself, then I could understand. But that penalty was bogus. Absolute bogus penalty. And I feel like we got one more warning throughout the rest of that race, but
And
had I
that,
not had the
ladies and
second warning, I would have kept
is
it tidy.
a wrap. What a season it's been. I'm off to put my feet up now before it all starts again next year. Take care.
Gutted. Absolutely gutted. Oscar Piastri, though, he will claim victory tonight ahead of Lando Norris by just 1 second come the checkered flag. Russell, it was a valiant effort in P3, but ultimately Leclerc by just 0.3 of a second. That was the difference he needed to be crowned world champion this season. Kimi Antonelli in P6, they're gutted for Hamilton. Of course, he had great pace early on, and actually had Hamilton not had the penalty, he could have probably ended up finishing ahead of Leclerc as well. Albon, decent drive to P8 ahead of Alonso and Carlos Sainz, but I don't believe anybody had a mechanical. Yeah, nobody had a mechanical failure, so what I should have done, chat, is crashed over the line, and it could have maybe taken Leclerc with us. Because that, I think, was what happened during my team Season 4. Gutted. Let's take a look at that World Championship. I mean, we can't even have a look at Verstappen on that last lap, because he just didn't get to him, did he? 1 point. It's so painful. So painful. When it comes down to something like that. I mean, Baku, you could say that was probably where we cost it for ourselves. Leclerc's drive in Vegas, though, absolutely won him it. Going from 14th to a dominant victory. Anything changed to the constructors? McLaren, yeah, they hung on, didn't they? Comfortably ahead of Ferrari. I don't believe anybody moved in the constructors' standings come the end. We'll do the IRL championship table thing as well. I don't think it really has changed much, but I guess we'll get it updated quickly. So, oh no, wrong keyboard. Yeah, Oscar, Lando, myself, Charles, Max, top 5, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? There we are. So, Oscar gets 25. Lando gets 18. Max got 10. George got 15. Charles Leclerc got 12. Antonelli got 8. Hamilton got 6. And then I believe it was Albon. Was it Albon, Alonso, Sainz in the end? I think it was, wasn't it? Let me just double check that. Albon, yeah, Alonso, Sainz. There we go. Let's have a look at what that does to the overall picture then. So, 0, 0. Oh, no, that's 2. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Oh, man. So, overall, though, so because Max didn't beat Charles, it did mean that in the IRL standings, we beat Max, which is even more confusing come the end of the day. But in our game scenario then, Lando Norris is going to take the championship by 15 points ahead of Oscar Piastri. We come third ahead of Verstappen. Charles Leclerc comes fifth ahead of Hamilton, Antonelli. Albon hangs on ahead of Tsunoda. Then I believe it is Fernando Alonso. Hulkenberg on 47. Sainz on 47. Then I believe we drop down to Gasly on 35. Then it's Stroll, Ocon on 27. 22 points there for Hadjar. 20 for Lawson. And then... Oh, 22 for Bortoletto, sorry, as well. 14 for Behrman. And 1 for Doohan/Colapinto. I do race against Vince in Creator Series. He's a good guy. I love Vince. Oh, man. I think, honestly, the in-game one is far more painful. Far more painful. Come the end of the day. So we'll take a look at that one again quickly. 1 point, man. 1 point. But again, it goes to show... I mean, especially on a live stream. I mean, I can't script a race like that, can I? But the fact it came down to that come the end is just... any other big surprises in-game? I guess actually most of it looks, apart from George and Charles way up the order, most of it actually looks pretty similar to IRL, doesn't it? Come the end of the year. Who didn't score? It was only Ocon, Hadjar and Lawson that didn't score in-game. The sunnies are gone. Maybe the sunglasses cost me 3 seconds over the course of that race. Maybe that's what made the difference. Oh, I'm so gutted. I just wanted to win that one. I just really wanted to win that one. There you go. Apparently we've got a career-defining rivalry with Piastri. And a career-defining rivalry with Piastri. Yeah, Alpine should have signed for Neroli. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't blame them. I mean, what can I do into the pit lane? Ultimately, had we not had that pit lane penalty... Oh, excuse me. If I hadn't have got any... I would have tried to keep it clean, and I would have made sure we stayed ahead of Lando. But ultimately, there was no point doing it. Oh, thanks, Matt. Have a good one, buddy. Right, let's have a look. Where are we going for our next F1 season? So, Mercedes want to keep us. I did say we could go to Red Bull. That'd be quite funny. Or Ferrari. I guess we'll go Red Bull, see if that mixes things up. Could we see Max and George as teammates in this game? Yeah, I would have found another way to bottle it. I don't really feel like that counts as a bottle, necessarily, today. I feel like we did everything we could. So I'm going to go 96 rated up against Max. So we know Verstappen's staying at Red Bull, then. Oh. I'm just so devastated. So annoyed. The thing is, at the end of the day, I know it's against AI. Like, I know it doesn't, like, it makes no difference. But I'm also just competitive. I also want to do well. So I can't do that. I think we've got everything. Oh, I can do that, I guess. So we'll try and leave Mercedes in a good spot ready for next year. I think they should get some upgrades on anyway. But we'll take a look quickly. Yeah, Jordan Max's teammates is diabolical on this game. There we go. We'll finish the season. We'll wrap up the stream fairly quickly. I just want to have a look at what the moves are for Season 2. But I've got a couple of other bits and pieces I need to sort out today. Like I said earlier on, sadly, there's going to be no other stream this evening. I was hoping tonight we were going to do like a chilled, we've won the championship, we'll do some Euro Truck or something like that. A, we haven't won the championship. B, last 212 isn't feeling very well. So I'm going to spend the evening with her, bless her. Plus, I'm going to, well, before that, I'm going to go out and play football. So 3 wins over the course of the year, 4 pole positions from 10 races is pretty good going, actually. 5 driver rating as well is pretty impressive. So I think we drove proud over the course of the campaign, nonetheless. I guess we'll set up another hilarious-looking 10-race season. Look at that, just the last 10 races on the calendar going back in again. So we'll do that. Oh, we've got Yuki as a teammate. Sorry? Interesting. I don't want... We'll go high inflation. It doesn't matter. So Max has left Red Bull then. He doesn't want to be teammates with George. We'll go high inflation. It doesn't make a difference. Get the 2-1-2. Why would it be a nurse and a maid, Smurf? Yeah, the World Cup draw in an hour and a half. I am very invested for that. Yeah, I would guess Verstappen leaving if... I mean, maybe we've actually done what we thought we'd see in 2026. Of Max and George swapping. Verstappen's quit! So Verstappen's gone. Lawson's gone to Mercedes. And Colapinto's gone to VCarb. So some pretty dead driver moves anyway. So, yeah, nothing really to write home about there. Performance-wise, Mercedes have got a pretty clear-cut advantage thanks to us. But apart from that, nobody else has really moved much since the start of the game. Every team pretty much has just stayed level. So actually looking at that, it's been pretty dead. So you got to remember, Doohan is still in this game. So Colapinto has come in as nobody, as such. Doohan is still at Alpine. Because obviously we started this save before Colapinto was added. Yeah, Verstappen's last Formula 1 drive was winning Leclerc a championship. Shocking. Absolutely shocking by Verstappen. He's done that. He's made sure Leclerc's won a championship, and then he's just immediately pieced out and had enough. Do I need to look at anything else, chat? I don't think so. In fact, we'll actually go and quickly delete the save, I guess, before I forget. Because I'm sure I will have an opportunity somewhere else to try and get 99 rated inside this game. But I'll remember to raid someone as well before we wrap up. But yeah, I mean, from me, personally, the fact that obviously we've just done this series of streams has been really, really good fun. We've had quite a few events that have just been kind of more casual chit-chat. A few that have obviously been really, really good fun as well. We'll make sure we delete that save. I'm going to be kicking off a new career mode pretty soon on YouTube. So make sure you're there for that one as well. Luckily we'll have that one starting up in a couple of weeks. But yeah, on the short format side of things, though, thank you, everybody. I'm going to wrap it up there before I forget. We should be live back Monday or Tuesday, either or. Join my Discord. There'll be a link in there. Make sure I end those properly. Oh, I probably should finish the recordings and everything before I forget. But yeah, like I said, we'll be back either Monday night or Tuesday, depending on how I get on. So yeah, make sure you join the Discord, !Discord, if you want to obviously find out when we're going live. Who's playing F1, chat? I want to raid someone playing F1 if I can. There's quite a few people. Oh, we'll raid Persia. He's a good guy. We like Persia. Send him some love if you're over on Twitch as well. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Enjoy the season finale this weekend as well. I hope it's as dramatic as that one, coming right down to the wire. I'm going to enjoy it as well. Have a good one, everybody. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, we'll see you nice and early on next week. Love you all. Persia, I think, is racing. He's doing an Alonso career mode at Qatar, so hopefully you all enjoy. Hopefully you enjoyed that.